Hello, my name is Gucci. Let's talk about Canada Express entry, which is quite a burning question these days. And every educated person wanted to know how I can apply myself. So today I would like to give my experience how you can apply your Canada Express entry. The first thing is that we need to understand that who can apply under Express entry. There are different skill categories which is being there in the Canadian immigration site. Let's say, for example, skill type O, which means the managers, the construction manager, restaurant manager, engineers, or I would say financial managers. Then the skill type A, which means the computer programmer, engineer, teachers, doctor, nurses apply under skill type A, and there are other also nominated. The skill type B is chefs, plumber, electrician, and extra. There are other types as well. Skill type C and D is not under express entry, but they can apply for provisional PNP nomination, and then they can be applied through this entry. Now let's go on to the first step. What should I do? What should be my first step? The step one should be for the express entry is to find out your NOC code. If you know your NOC code, it means you have a great chance of getting your residency for Canada or UK. So what you have to do in NOC code is that you have to note down your 5 responsibility, your job responsibility, and try to match your NOC code. And if your job responsibility match with any of the NOC code, which category you are looking at it, then the games actually begins. So the draws are out after every 2 weeks, and if your total CRS score is more than or equivalent to cutout score, you will be 90 to 95% assured of getting through in your visa. So step one, as I said you, that you have to go to the NOC code. To find out your NOC code, I would be like to show you that this is the website where you can search the NOC code as well. My second step would be your English requirements, because you cannot change anything in your profile except your English requirements. So if you can score 778, it means that you will get 124 points. This can improve your possibility to migrate fast to Canada, because English is something which they require, is like a must. And IELTS is being conducted by its partners, British Council and IDP. I would recommend, if you take my recommendation, I would recommend you the British Council. It is, you can book your examination minimum 2 weeks before, and moreover, for the practice, I would definitely would recommend you my institute, Sophiya, because we are being present in most of the places in India. You can go there and get a quality English education. Then, how to see your CRC score? Means, let's say if I said you that your CRC score should be equal or more than cutout. So how you can calculate your CRC score on what parameters the CRC score is being calculated. The CRC score is being basically calculated on your education, on your English, on your experience, on your age. If you're married, then your spouse numbers can be also been added up, and if you have some relationship there, or if you have some PNP nomination or a job letter. These are the 4 or 5 different parameters, and plus definitely if you have a Canadian education or experience. And I would like to show you in this slide also the CRC where you can go and calculate. This is the slide where you can go directly and calculate your number rather than depending on someone. The fourth step is the documentation assessment. The documentation assessment means your education assessment. There are a lot of companies which assess your documentations. Let's say VAS, IACAS, IQAS, ICES. So these companies, but I would recommend you the VAS, which is very fast, and approximately it will cost you $220 to your total cost of your assessment, and they're quite quick and give you. And for example, in degree, if you have a degree, so you'll get 120 points. If you have a master's, you can get 35 points, and if you have doctorate, you can get 150 points. And I will also show you, this is the VAS. You can directly send your documentation online to get your assessment done very fast. Then the step 4 will be portfolio creation for your ITA. So you have to create why you really wanted to go, what are your job responsibility, and how you can contribute to Canadian society. So you have to submit your profile onto the website, Canadian immigration site. I'm again showing you the Canadian immigration site, where and how you can it's a step-by-step, very easy. You can submit your profile strongly there. The step 5 will be documentation. Once you receive the invitation, there are 7 to 8 documentation which is being required by the Canadian immigration to assess your file. The first is PCC. The PCC, they would like to have it from a last 10 years, wherever you stayed in the last 10 years. Let's say, for example, I was staying in Singapore for a 1 year, so you need to have a 1 year PCC from Singapore as well. So let's say in India, I have stayed 6 or 8 months in Maharashtra, I need to have it there from there as well. So you need to have your last 10-year PCC plus a reference letter. Reference letter, please, I would like to say that your reference letter must match the NOC code, job description there. So if it is not matching those, then your visa might get cancelled. The third one is your birth certificate. It is very important to have your birth certificate. The fourth is the proof of funds. For example, if one person is going approximately $12,000, if two is going approximately $15,000, you need to have, and this money has to be 6 months old. The IELTS and education documents you need to submit, plus your medical. You can do it the medical at last, because medical is something which can expire, so you can do it last. And the photograph as described by the Canadian immigration, and marriage certificate if you are married. So you need to submit all these 7 to 8 documents to the Canadian immigration body. You can do it online as well, and or you can send it a hard copy as well. But the major condition is within 60 days. If you delay your documents, you might lose the invitation as well. So the last step is that you have to wait from the Canadian government to give you a mail. Once you receive that mail, it confirms your visa, but you need to travel to Canada to get stamped your PR. So this will give you a complete idea on my website, by this presentation, and how you can apply express entry and which sites you need to explore. So I would like to talk about today also the top 4 PNP nominations also. Let's say you are unable to get a good score. Let's say these days 440, 450 is being the score, cutoff score is going on. So what are the 4 top PNP nominations which is going on? So the first, almost all the states are participating in PNP nomination except Quebec. So Quebec is not participating in PNP nomination. The rest, almost all the states are participating. There are 2 ways to go about it for the nominee. The first is when you're submitting a file, you need to show your interest in whichever the state you want to go and stay, and and you have to give the reasons why and how you can contribute to that state, or you can directly apply to that state and wait for that certificate. Once you get that certificate, you can give it, apply your express entry later on. So whatever the way you wanted to go about it, you can apply directly also and create on the states, which states you want to go in, or you can apply directly to that state also. Or you can create your portfolio. While creating a portfolio, you can enter your interest in a PNP nomination. Then but you need to fulfill all the conditions. It is must that you need to fulfill all the conditions of federal skilled worker, federal skilled trade, or a Canadian experience class. The 4 top PNP nomination programs today are, one is of Ontario, that is being called ONIP, which has issued till 2019, 1,600 nominations they have given. It means it's a huge number. More than 6,900 people have already got their, probably got their visas, and they select through these three things: human capital priorities, the French-speaking skilled worker, or skilled trade. These are the three ways they pick up the nominations. The second nomination, which is quite popular, is AINP, means Alberta. Alberta has given till date 3,860 nominees, and even the people who have CRS cutout score nearby 300 or 315, even they have qualified if their skill is been there, or they can show that how they can contribute to Alberta economically. And the third one, which is quite popular these days, is Nova Scotia. That this has been called NSNP. So they have issued almost 1,000 nominees they have offered, given, and the last is SINP issue, Switzerland, and they have given almost 1,100 people. They have given approximately 1,166, so 1,166 out of the 8 draws nominees. PNP, what are the disadvantages? Sometimes people ask me, what are the disadvantages of PNP? PNP can cost you more. It is time consuming because you have to wait for your PNP nomination, and sometimes it is unpredictable also. It is not sure whether you can get it or not. So you cannot totally rely on PNP. So you have to create your portfolio. The only advice what I can say is that you need to show that state what are the reasons that you should qualify for that state. If you like the video, press the like button, and you can write your comments as well.